When my daughter's teacher called, she said, "Your daughter wrote an essay about her sister. You told us she's an only child." I looked at my daughter's teacher, Mrs. Pemberton, sitting across from me in her classroom. The afternoon sun was making everything feel too bright, too exposed. "I don't understand," I said carefully. "What essay?" Mrs. Pemberton slid a stapled packet across the desk. "Creative writing assignment. Students were supposed to write about someone important to them." I picked it up. The title made my hands go numb. "My Sister Maya" by Brooklyn Winters. I skimmed the first paragraph. Brooklyn described Maya as her older sister, age 16, who taught her how to braid hair and loved drawing horses. She wrote about how Maya always let her borrow clothes and stayed up late helping with homework. "Mrs. Pemberton, Brooklyn is our only child. She doesn't have a sister." The teacher's face softened with concern. "That's why I called you in. At first, I thought maybe it was a cousin she was close to or an imaginary friend situation. But then I read page 3. She leaned forward and flipped to a section she'd highlighted. Maya died 2 years ago in a car accident. I miss her every single day." My stomach dropped. "Brooklyn was 5 years old 2 years ago," I said quietly. "There was no accident. There was no Maya. I have no idea where this is coming from." Mrs. Pemberton studied my face like she was trying to decide if I was lying. "Has Brooklyn been showing any other unusual behaviors? Talking about people who aren't there?" "No. She's been completely normal. Happy even. I think you should talk to her." I drove home in silence, the essay sitting on the passenger seat like evidence of something I didn't understand. When I walked through the front door, Brooklyn was on the couch watching cartoons. "Hey baby, can we talk for a minute?" She looked up and smiled. "Sure, mommy." I sat down next to her and held up the essay. "Your teacher showed me what you wrote about Maya." Brooklyn's smile didn't falter. "Did you like it?" "Sweetheart, who is Maya?" "My sister." "Brooklyn, you don't have a sister. It's just you, me, and daddy." She tilted her head, confused. "But Maya's upstairs right now." Ice ran down my spine. "What? She's in her room. Do you want me to get her?" I grabbed Brooklyn's hand before she could stand up. "Brooklyn, there's nobody upstairs. We only have 3 bedrooms. Yours, mine, and daddy's, and the guest room." Brooklyn pulled her hand away, and for the first time she looked frustrated. "Maya's room isn't a guest room. It's her room. She has horse posters and a purple blanket." I felt like I was losing my mind. "Show me." We walked upstairs together. Brooklyn led me to the guest room at the end of the hall. The room we used for storage. The room that definitely didn't have horse posters or a purple blanket. Brooklyn pushed the door open. I stopped breathing. The room was completely different. The boxes were gone. Instead, there was a bed with a purple comforter, horse posters covering the walls, and a desk with colored pencils scattered across it. A backpack sat in the corner with the name Maya Winters written on it in Sharpie. "See?" Brooklyn said. "I told you." My legs almost gave out. "Brooklyn, this room was full of boxes this morning." "No, it wasn't. This is Maya's room. It's always been Maya's room." I backed into the hallway, pulling Brooklyn with me. I called my husband immediately. "Joel, you need to come home right now." "What's wrong?" "Just come home." He arrived 20 minutes later. I